Welcome to the Counseling Center Paraprofessional 35th Anniversary Celebration. It is such a pleasure to be a part of this grand occasion, and I feel blessed to have worked with so many wonderful CCPs and to also have an opportunity to meet CCPs in the past before I became coordinator. Really want to thank all the people who have been helpful in terms of making this program come together. We had a wonderful committee and a very supportive director in Carla McCowan. And so I hope that you enjoy your time during this celebration.
I was the first coordinator of the program, and Ralph Trimble started the program and started workshops. So when I took it over, he became director. There was about 10 parapros, and they were doing workshops, and they were using community site courses too. And when I took it over, I was given the charge to make this a multifaceted program. And Ralph was extremely supportive. The Counseling Center was extremely supportive. When I first started, I didn't know what I was going to turn it into. So there was free reign, but there was no particular guidance. So that was the first challenge, to develop the program out of a small program into a large, multifaceted program. And that was a pretty scary time for me because it was pretty much on my shoulders. So I did a lot of consultation with people around the university, faculty, student affairs, lawyers, students, and I had some great assistance from people like Jim Sipich and Debbie Allen and Ralph Trimble, of course. Gave me some good consultation. But so that was the first big challenge, and it was kind of a broad challenge. We developed it from a 10, I don't know what the number was, but into a 25 parapro program, which was multifaceted. Workshops on request, we developed that. Tuesdays at 7. Actually, the name CCP, there was no CCP prior to 1985, probably. It was called the Paraprofessionals, but it was not the Counseling Center Paraprofessional. Actually, it's kind of a funny story there. We started with CCPP, and we dropped the last P because at that time Russia was the Union of Socialist Republics, and the name was very similar to the Russian initials. So we dropped the last P, and then because it was confusing. Were we a communist front or something?
Every year presented its own challenges and its own rewards, and I can remember highlights from almost every year that we taught. There were particular students, particular moments in class, conversations outside of class. I think just watching the students grow up over the course of 3 semesters as an overall experience. It's not a single incident, but that's probably the biggest reward of the program. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about me, my teaching style. I think the best part of it was it gave me such a good balance for the rest of my job. One of the things that can happen when most of what I was doing was clinical work was I was dealing with students who were in crisis or in the midst of a trauma or who were depressed or students for whom things were not going well. And I realized over time that I was developing a pretty lopsided view of students as being sort of sources of problems. And I think I know working with a CCP program gave me a chance to interact with students in a different framework. These were 20 students every semester who they weren't without their own problems, but they were students that were intellectually curious, they were emotionally open, they were willing to be challenged, they showed a resourcefulness, and that's what we recruited them for. And so it allowed me to work with a different group of students that helped me balance the perspective I was getting of students in conflict and in crisis. So in some ways, it sort of broadened my perspective and encouraged me in this other part of my work because I was working with students that I felt so strongly and so positively about.
What I remember most is working with just wonderful students. I mean, these students were just, their values were, that's why they joined the program, their values were super, their work ethic, for the most, 99%, 95% of them, their work ethic was just superior. I loved being around them. I told anybody who would listen, you know, I was the coordinator for 13 years. For 13 years, I had the best job in the counseling center. It was a wonderful experience and they motivated me. They kept me young. They kept me thinking. They kept me on my toes. I just loved them all, and certainly that was my most memorable experience.
The Tuesday at 7 workshop series focuses on those concerns that are most pertinent to college students. So we take a look at the American College Health Association recommendations for what are top presenting concerns for college students, and we use that to help us determine the topics. And then, of course, rather than focusing on the pathology aspect of it, we really try to focus on the strengths. And so instead of focusing on, say, sleep disorders, we will talk about sleep difficulties and talk about the ways that has an impact on students. I don't know if CCP necessarily has helped me develop my strengths, but it plays to my strengths. I'm a person whose strengths include connectedness and empathy. And I strive to create a community within the program where this idea of connectedness and empathy become very important in terms of developing that sense of community. I think also my positivity really helps me be able to focus on the strength-based approach of things, and it really helps me identify what are the strengths that the students are bringing to the work that they're doing, and I can identify that and really be able to help them further develop their own strengths.
I think the CCP program has impacted the campus wellness in a variety of ways. Since we do outreach in so many different areas, we've been able to touch a lot of different students in different ways, whether it's time management or adjusting the U of I or working on their leadership skills. You know, we've really been able to provide a lot of different resources for them and connect students in ways they may not have been connected without us. So I think just bringing people together is something that the program's done very well.
I think CCP has impacted campus wellness through a lot of diversity education. I don't think that that's always at the forefront of students' minds when they first come here, and this campus has a lot to offer in that area as the diverse populations that come to the U of I. And so I think CCP does a really good job of putting that out in the community and to the campus and trying to get people involved in that area.
I think CCP has impacted campus wellness a lot. All of us have to do different contracts, and in these contracts we are literally serving the campus in all sorts of different ways. There's CCPs that are in the cultural houses. There's CCPs that are directly doing outreach within the counseling center. So like I'm doing eating disorders, there's people helping with diversity, like there's so many different facets on top of doing our workshops that directly provide an additional service to students where they have the option of coming to that workshop and learning from people their own age, and I think that's really special, the ability to do that.
CCP has affected campus wellness really through working through the students. It's a program that is really, it's really beneficial because it has the student perspectives, and they're able to they have a really good feeling on what's going on campus and what other students want to hear. So that's a huge advantage of the program, is that it takes students who are from all aspects of campus, like a really diverse group with all sorts of experiences, and really know like what it's like to be a student and really know the community really well. So they use their perspectives and their energy and their ideas, and are really able to like focus on issues that are really prevalent for the student community.
I think CCP impacts campus wellness in a variety of different ways, but what first comes to mind are the Tuesday at 7 workshop series. Every Tuesday at 7 o'clock at night, both semesters of the academic year, there's a workshop put on with a different topic. So one topic might be financial wellness, one topic might be sleep hygiene, healthy relationships, and all the topics have to do with wellness in some way. And so all students are invited to participate in these workshops for free. And I just think it's an amazing opportunity for students on campus to learn about all different types of wellness.
I think the CCP program is great because it's students helping other students and tapping into that energy so that it's not just adults working with the U of I students, but with their peers helping them. I think that's the best part of it.
I think it's very fitting that the program received the Student Affairs Award this last year. I think folks finally recognize, well, I think everyone recognizes it, but it was great for them to receive the award because CCPs are in so many places around campus, whether they're cultural houses, working here with us doing the workshops Tuesday at 7, and I remember mentoring a CCP around students that are single parents, and so I put her in touch with resources on campus and the materials she came up with and the focus groups that were started around that. Even CCPs helping with gather data around first generation college students. So there's been a lot of different entry points and a very vast impact that CCPs have had on campus.
I think the CCP program has had a tremendous impact on our campus at large. I think of the CCPs as, kind of our ambassadors for wellness and prevention here from the Counseling Center. There's a lot of programs. There's a lot of ways that students would rather hear from other students, and our students are incredibly well trained, and all the programs, the workshops that they provide are incredibly well done.
CCP has helped me grow in every way imaginable. I would say confidence is the biggest one. Coming in as a junior, I wasn't quite sure about my path, whether that meant career-wise or school-wise, but CCP definitely gave me a direction. It kind of led me towards social work, and that's what I'm getting my graduate degree in right now. It also just gave me all the confidence to know that anything I wanted to learn or create, I could learn and create that. I really grew that confidence through my own Tuesday at 7s, and also kind of like public speaking. A lot of my workshops had a lot of public speaking elements, and all my contracted activities were amazing. So really just my self-esteem, my confidence, as well as my own professional development. One thing I love about CCP is that it's not just an academic program, it's not just a volunteer-based program, it really looks into the individual within the program. And so we do a lot of strength-based work and a lot of self-exploration of our own strengths. So I definitely got more in touch with myself through the program. I learned a lot about my organizational strengths as well as my leadership style, which is great, and that's something I've taken with me through graduate school and through my internship currently.
CCP has helped me grow a lot. The main way I feel is gave me a place of belonging on campus. I've done a lot of searching on campus groups on where I fit in most, and I feel that I found a great fit here. I love helping people, I love talking, I love communicating, and CCP does that and much, much more.
It's kind of molded my collegiate experience and made me the person I am today. I like to think I was, prepared to become who I am, but the program has helped me self-actualize. So without it, I'm not sure, where I'd be, and it's been a great experience and helped me meet a lot of great people and go on to do some really awesome things and give back to the campus community.
CCP has helped me grow as a student, professional, all the above, basically. As a student, just giving me something to do in my spare time rather than just be lazy, and doing something productive with my life and impacting other students is something that I really take pride in as professional development and preparing me for what I want to do in my future as a social worker, just giving me the communication skills and that sort of thing. CCP's been able to help me develop my strengths a lot. I knew coming into this program that I was organized, I had the time management skills and that sort of thing to kind of stay on top of things, but CCP really taught me how to take those skills and strengths that I already have and develop those into a way that's more productive for me as a student to be more prepared as a professional in the future, as well as strengths that we've talked about in Strengths Quest as well, just talking about those and realizing that something that I may lack, someone else may have, and how to incorporate everyone's strengths into a project to make the best thing possible, I think is something that I really gained from CCP.
CCP has helped me grow within a community of people who are all interested in helping other students and doing outreach. I've become like really close to 19 other people that I've just learned to trust, and a trust that I didn't know that I could have to pretty much strangers. You know, your first semester, you do a lot of projects that allow you to open up, and I definitely embraced that. And I think professionally, working with so many different counselors and supervisors will be extremely helpful for my development and graduate school applications. CCP is just a wonderful program. It's a great opportunity to know other people, other students, know more about the Counseling Center, how a Counseling Center works, about like outreach, and it's also an opportunity to explore more about yourself and get to do what you want to do. It's very, very focused on, if I'm interested in this facet of social justice, like I get to do that. On top of those assignments, you get to be creative, you get to decide what you're doing. And that's just an amazing opportunity at a place like the University of Illinois, where it's very science heavy. And this is a social science, world context thing, and it's just amazing.
For one, CCP was probably one of the best things I've ever done. I made really, really great friends that you really relate to, and you share things in the class that you normally wouldn't share so often, and it's at a much deeper level of friendship than I think people really get to experience in life. And of course there's always Teresa Benson, who runs the program, who literally, I could probably say, changed my life in undergrad. CCP kind of helped me in all aspects of my life, personally, developmentally, professionally, academically. It literally was one of the biggest components of my undergrad career at U of I, and it will probably be something that I will never forget.
It was a critical experience in my career, I would have to say. It gave me a lot of experience in one-on-one motivational interviewing, recruitment workshops, psychoeducational workshops, everything. I mean, I don't think I would have had the same experience in my undergrad if I had not done CCP.
I don't remember what college was like before CCP. I don't want to try because life has just changed in such a positive way since I joined the program, and I know that I'm a better person because of it.
All the counselors at the Counseling Center, the GA, the professor, everyone just to help you along that whole path during this like important part of your life. You're able to like utilize your strengths in so many different ways, and so for me, I guess it's really helped me like kind of like explore my creativity and explore like I guess my passions in so many different ways. Thank you to Teresa and Carla and everyone from the Counseling Center for making this program possible. We know you both and all the GAs and everyone in the Counseling Center for helping make this program possible. You've impacted the lives of so many, and I know I'll forever be grateful.
I just love CCP with everything that I have, and I mean, I have a lot of feelings, so if I love something with all of my feelings, it's a lot of feelings. There really are just no words. I don't know who I'd be without having gone through this. So I just, so full of gratitude for everyone.
It gives you like an immense amount of experiences, the opportunity to participate in many different activities, and the opportunity to make a bunch of wonderful friends and people who are just really unique and really one of a kind, and you know that your friendships will last a lifetime. That's the kind of thing that I hope to gain out of my undergraduate experience. It's not the thing that I thought was possible, but CCP made it possible. And I'm really, really grateful for having the opportunity to be a Counseling Center Paraprofessional. And all in all, CCP just rocks, and it really defined my college experience, and I'm really happy I had the opportunity.
So what I've noticed the most about CCPs is their energy. I think they are super passionate and committed to the areas that they work in, and that rubs off on me. So it helps keep me energized, and I really enjoy that, especially early on in the semester when things are really busy. So I think that's how it helps me the most, is it keeps me fresh.
They have inspired me to be prepared to mentor them. I think the sophistication that the students come already with really keeps me, sets the bar high. I would say, and so it keeps me, my expectations as high as their talents are. Really, it keeps me young, younger than I really am. I believe that my perspective can be really steeped in my own experiences and the generation in which I grew up, and CCPs help keep me in touch with the students I serve, because they are really talented and very well versed, and their energy provides me with new vision every year.
In terms of, their desire to really serve, but also in terms of what they bring to our center, I find that I learn a lot from them, and it's just a real joy to work with them. So I think that people go in thinking that as a mentor, you're going to be kind of giving so much to these students, but in reality, we receive a lot from them. So it's a mutual relationship. They're really special students, some of the best and brightest that Illinois has.
It's really a great thing to be celebrating 35 years of the program, and I look forward to seeing where it goes next.
Congratulations on 35 great years.
Happy 35 years, and cheers to the next 35 or more. I just thank CCP for doing all it does for its students.
Happy 35th anniversary, CCP. I am so thankful for all of you that have been through this program and have been able to give me an amazing opportunity, and I'm so thankful that other students had this opportunity.
Hey, Parapros, I'm very saddened and disappointed that I cannot be with you, truly saddened and disappointed. I love you guys, I love all of you, and I wish I could be with you. You made me young, you made me feel good about my fellow human beings, so I thank you for that, and just want to let you know that my last year as a parapro coordinator, one of the parapros said to me, Dennis, you're going to forget me. And I said to her, you'll forget me, but I'll never forget you. So have a great time, and I miss you all.